Hello, my name is Sammy. I'm the founder at Wildhaven Somatics, and today I'm just going to do a quick tutorial on a basic floor roll that you'll see a lot in contemporary and modern dance. So I will show the movement itself first, and then I'll show us two different ways to get into the floor roll from standing. So we'll start in a kneeling position, and I'll show it from the front and the back. But I'm going to be rolling to my right. So first I'm going to take my right hand to the floor and my palm is facing forward. From here I'm going to slide onto my right cheek. And then I'm going to turn around and come to seated and shift my weight from my right cheek over to my left cheek. And then I'm going to pull my knees together and come back onto my knees. So going to the left, I'll bring my left hand to the floor first, shift my hips to the floor so I sit on my left cheek, and then as I roll my weight over to my right, I also come into my right hand and then come back onto my knees. So facing the other direction now, I'll show to the right and left. So again, I'm sitting on my heels and I'm gonna bring my right hand to the floor, and then I open the knees and close them back to come back to the knees, and then to the left hand comes down first, sliding onto the left cheek, over to the right cheek, and then back into kneeling. Let's go through two ways to get to the floor. I'll go for the simpler one first, so I'm gonna start standing and roll to the right. To get to the floor, I'm just going to drop straight down onto my right knee. And then I'm in this kind of really tight mini lunge situation, and the same thing occurs where I bring my right hand down and shift the weight from right to left, but instead of coming back to my knees, I'm gonna come back into that little mini lunge situation on the other side and then press down into my right foot to come to standing. To the left, it'll be the left knee coming down, left hand to the floor, and roll and press into the left foot to come to standing. And then the second way to get onto the floor involves a cross lateral reach, meaning I'll step out onto my left leg in a bit of a lunge. I'm facing the diagonal. And then I'm going to reach my right hand forward past my left leg. I'm going to draw my right knee in towards my right hand and then complete that roll. So this time I have to spiral that left leg around a little bit more. And then I just come up into that wider lunge facing the same diagonal to come to standing. And then to the other side, I would bring my right leg forward and I'm facing this left diagonal. As my left hand reaches, my left knee comes in towards my left hand. I come to seated, my right leg swivels around a little bit more. And then I come to standing. I'll show that version from the back as well, because there's a bit more moving parts. So bringing the right leg forward, reaching the left hand, bringing the left knee in towards the left hand, coming to seated, spiraling the legs around, and then coming back to a stand. And to the other side, the left leg starts in front, so the right arm reaches forward on that diagonal, pulling the right knee in, coming to seated, and then finding that lunge to stand back upright. And then just a couple of tips to make this feel a little bit more smooth. The first thing I like to tell people is to really just consider shapes that are efficient to rolling, which would be, of course, rounding. So to find that roundedness, you'll want to, show you here, really think about this like head-tail connection and kind of rounding the spine towards each other, head towards the tail, and that'll make the roll feel a bit more efficient as you move through space. Really thinking about finding that bit of a C curve in the spine. And then one other tip to smooth things out is to keep the feet connected to the floor. So I'm never lifting my feet off the floor, but I have my toes kind of lightly grazing the floor the whole time. So just keeping that connection of the feet to the floor, and you can even practice sitting like this, opening the knees and then crossing them So you can feel that solid weight coming down into the pelvis, but also you're not leaning back too much. And you know that you're not leaning back too much because your feet are staying connected. And that'll help smooth it out a bit as well. So go ahead and give this a try, play with it on your own a few times, and the more you repeat the movement, the smoother it'll get. Have fun, and thanks for moving with me.